Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun 2 A Total War. Well, last time, war raged against the Amako, and let's just say it was a bit of a mixed bag. On land, we made good progress, albeit at a very significant cost of troops over an Aki, though we did destroy their main army in doing so I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. In the long run, yes, destroying that main force, that was good. At sea, however, things have been a lot more flipping messy. They've been consistently driving my trade ships off the trade nodes, and yes, despite the fact I actually defeated their primary navy and captured several ships in it, they just sort of kept them anyway, because the game got a bit weird for a second and I'm not 100% sure why. So, step 1, we need to shut down the Amako's naval production facilities, because right now they just keep spamming boats everywhere, and it's getting annoying. And 2, yes, we need to shut down their remaining armies and pacify the territory we've already got. Now, luckily, we've got, decent cavalry coming in already, because we could train that in Suo. And right now, thanks to, the superior Ashigaru event, we are picking up experienced Ashigaru when we train new ones. So that's positive as well. Oh, and don't forget, John, keep attempting to convert all of their characters, because I'm not having their Metsukes causing trouble for my incoming ninjas. There we go. You just sit down and think about what you've done. But yeah, the main thing we've got to keep an eye on is, 1, these armies over here, and 2, the fleets we've kind of got cornered in the northwest. Because these guys are taking attrition from the high seas right now. They can't flee away from me any further. So, okay. Keep an eye on them. We'll see what we can flipping do. What I would like to see, by the way, is the Hojo and the Takeda turning on each other, because in this game, everyone eventually betrays everybody. And Takeda's got a lot of armies right now that they don't seem to be doing much with, so, okay. Hopefully, it's just a matter of time until, one of them backstabs the other. As for the Amako, right, they're trying to get their troops into a position to... They just cocky besieged my main port, didn't they? I'm not appreciating what you guys are doing right now. You're being very annoying. Here's nice, though. Apparently, my flipping assassins are going to be a bit better for a while. And I do have new assassins coming in right now, so, okay. See here, we've got a pretty decent army. You guys, we should be able to get much better visibility of you with that assassin, and bloody hell. That is nothing but samurai. That's maybe a tiny bit on the concerning side, actually. Okay, get some cavalry inside Aki here, because, they're clearly planning to attack something. While there is defender's advantage in this game, like, that's a lot of cooking samurai, with some really good experience, so... okay, I'm a tiny bit concerned, actually. But over in Nagata, we've got an overwhelming numerical advantage. That's positive. We've got reinforcements piling in too. Yes, possibly this war's not going as well as I thought it was, now I think about it. Okay, you know what? What we're going to do is get my best at flipping a missionary and make him generate a revolt. If we're lucky, that will distract these guys. There we go. Big old revolt right there. And I know you, sir, are not, like, as good at your job or anything. But I'd like you to just wander in this direction. And if you can, start a second revolt over here. No, he can't quite get there, though. Amazingly, you would have a 95% chance of success. I have no idea how precisely, but you would. So, okay. If we're lucky... you'll be distracted by going to deal with these guys. And they've got some good samurai in their armies too. And, John, the economy. The economy just became a bit of a priority because, they just are flipping put my territory under siege. What we should be able to do, though, is, just to take out them without too much trouble. So there we go. We've sunk that force with an auto-resolve. And also taken some of their ships for our own. Spot on. So, we need to just fix up all these ships, please. Oh, you need to be in a port to do that. Good. What else do we need to take down here? Because, my European ship is right here. So, you need to be chased in this direction, but... Seriously, I swear every time these guys run away, they get to run away 10 million miles. When I try and run away, I get to just go slightly around the corner, then they immediately catch up with me. So okay, just to keep on keeping on. There's only so far these bastards can run. So yeah, we should have already, like, taken care of you. That shouldn't be a problem, so... oh dear. That didn't work out well for you at all, did it? So you could just be sunk. That's fine. I've had enough of you just existing, actually. And then we need to track down the guys on this side. So, okay, there's also some pirates here who I might need to take care of, potentially. You apparently, yes, are able to flee in that direction. But yeah, if you're going in that direction, you're going towards this guy, which has also got a European ship. So... do I want to actually take on these pirates? Honestly, that's not my priority right now. Are you the guys who just fled? Okay. You may or may not be, but it kind of doesn't matter, because, as it turns out, you're willing to fight. Bad call, guys. Terrible call. Yeah, I'm willing to just auto-resolve that. Though admittedly, yes, we're taking some damage at this point. But we also captured 4 of their ships and sank a good number of their guys too. So, okay. That's a good part of their navy just dealt with at this point. And the remaining guys are, yes, out on the sea. Now, you, sir, are definitely a trade ship. You I can't see, but you might be a trade ship. The problem is that you are now, oh dear. We're now over capacity. You just go over here and join up with these guys. Okay. And then you, my friends. Why are you taking attrition? I mean, you're just on a trade route. It should be fine. Actually, you know what? Get over here and see what you can do with these idiots. Because, what actually are you? Oh, yeah. You're a trade ship. But the other guys aren't. So that should be fine as well. There we go, we just destroy them, take the trade ship back, so I think finally we've cleared the cooking Amako from these waters. Actually, you know what, there's one tiny ship down here, but that won't be difficult to hunt down. And then, yeah, we've got to take out their ports in this direction to make sure they can't spawn anymore. Though, do bear in mind, by the way, the Amako are aware this isn't going well for them, and would be willing to make peace at any point, and probably pay for it too. But for the time being, yeah, I would like ideally to take Iwami, so I can get this here gold mine. So okay, that's about all we can do for now, because yeah, the economy is a tiny bit flimsy at the minute, on account of these guys briefly blockading my port. And on top of that, actually... yeah. How are we doing in terms of trade right now? We could actually, yes, pick up another trade partner. Sadly, no one's willing to pay for it, so, yeah. I'll just take the one that generates the most money, which is these guys, albeit only flipping just. Oh, and I think making that agreement just gave us visibility of the Date, who are actually doing... okay. Not that bad, all things considered. Like, they're at war with everybody, but then, you know, in this game, generally everyone's at war with everybody. Actually, I say they're doing not bad. I mean, it looks not bad, but it's only 6 provinces, because the provinces over on that side of Japan are cocking huge. He's even willing to pay 4 grand for the trade agreement. Marvellous. So, okay. That gets us a big old pile of money to offset the damage to our economy done by, yes, the stupid bastards over in the Amako. So, okay. That means if we need to, we can get some more troops out immediately. Which would be good because, yeah, let's just get these here gunpowder troops moving right now. But okay, beyond that, there's not much more I could do. Because, yeah, really what we're interested in now is, what's this army about to do? And will it maybe go and deal with this force? Because these armies definitely can't. So, okay. If we're lucky, yeah. They'll just naff off back round the corner to lock down Iwami. Because if they don't, they might be about to lose Iwami to a flipping revolt. One thing to be aware of, though, is the Hojo have got some really cooking big fleets. Okay, we're going to need a lot more fleets before it's time for a showdown against the Hojo. And the Takeda have got a lot of big armies. Okay, at some point we need to fight these guys, and that's potentially going to be a bit scary, actually. They look big and tough. So, okay, over to the Amako and... okay. You've decided to come in. What I've got is, yeah, plenty of flipping guns. So, you know what? I've kicked your ass here before. I think I could do it again. And on top of that, yeah, we've got one advantage right now that we didn't have previously. I've upgraded this fort to the next level, meaning on this occasion, yeah, I get a couple of archery towers to back me up. Admittedly, those aren't going to be that useful, because they're firing arrows, and arrows are only going to do so much against samurai, but still. It's better than nothing, it's a tiny bit of extra firepower. So okay, everyone just stand in the center for a second. Let's see what the enemy's planning to do, and... okay. Once again, they've split into multiple approaches. Let's make sure we know what we're going up against here. So, that's just a bunch of katana samurai. Meanwhile, over on this side, walking straight into a tower. That's all the bow samurai. Now, that's interesting. Because a bow samurai versus, yeah, maybe just some basic archers and an archery tower, they're going to struggle. So that's relatively, yes, a soft, squishy bit of their army. That's good news. Then we've got, yeah, more katana samurai around here. And finally, this is, yeah, where the generals are. Walking into, potentially, another tower over here. This, I think, is manageable. And I know precisely where my gun unit should go. So, yeah, you go right over here and shoot at these guys as they're approaching. The other tough cookie is, yeah, this approach right here. So I need you to go and shoot at these guys. Then one of my archers should definitely be over here, taking out these stupid losers. And then the final archer can be over here, just dealing with, yeah, the katana samurai. They're not going to do much, but if the general comes up, you'll do good work there. So that's my ranged unit in a good position, all things considered. That should do good work. The question is, what should my cavalry do? Because against samurai, my cavalry aren't really going to achieve much. Like, even if I just ride them down a hill and smash them straight into the bow samurai will take that, and then they'll fight back, and they may well win. Light cavalry's job is not really to win in extended combat versus any kind of samurai unit. That's not what they're for. However, they are very good at distracting the enemy. So I feel like, yeah, we should have one unit of cavalry over on this side, purely to, yes, just dance nearby to the katana samurai and keep them busy. And one unit the other side. Just don't do that until they're inside gun range. So, yeah. That, I think, is a good solution. So, you, my friend, I want you just to come out of the town over in this direction. You, same thing over here, spot on. And then, yeah, very similar to what we've done previously. We need to have our heavy-hitting units ready to deal with the incoming samurai. So yeah, my good samurai, one on this side over here. But they also are going to need, yeah, just some flipping spears to back them up. Then just one over here, because I'm not so worried about this side. And then the samurai retainers can deal with the bow samurai as they try and climb the wall too. General stays in the center. We can move him wherever needs a bit of assistance. And have you been given orders, my friend? I think everyone else has been given orders, but not you. Okay. You can also, yeah, just back up this side in case they need anything. So, right. Everybody move out, please. Take your positions. This, I think, could work very nicely. Because, yeah, archery towers aren't spectacular, but they will just lay down a decent amount of fire as time goes on. So, okay. Everybody form up. Let's see what happens here. Keep a close eye on the cavalry. Because in any form of extended melee against, yes, katana samurai, they will be destroyed. So yeah, all we do is have you guys ready to go. Yeah, you can be sort of over here. This is a pretty empty bit of the field. That is fine. As for you, you can be more over here. That's fine as well. So yeah, just get the gunners into position. Just, yeah, keep them away from the bow samurai. Make sure you guys have got plenty of space to run away. So, okay. Gunners almost into position. Archers have already started to work over here as well. They're going to do some good work. And then we've got the flipping tower as well. Beautiful. If we had fire arrows, that would be good. But we don't, so whatever. So, okay. We've now got a lot of flipping angles to keep an eye on. But these Katana Samurai are already taking a lot of damage. And you are desperately trying to chase down these cavalry. Which is precisely what I wanted to say. Are you firing yet? Not quite yet. As for over here, yeah, this is going to be... Where are the cocking bows? There were supposed to be... Hang on. Hang the cock on. Where are the cocking guys? This is not what you're supposed to be doing. Get over there now. Right, my gun should be opening fire. Lovely. Doing some good work there. They're taking some casualties. You're taking some casualties too. You are just dancing around and trying to keep... Oh, hang on. This is interesting. Is that one of the... that's one of the generals. You know what? Screw it. Charge him. You've got the uphill advantage. You're going to have the charge. Lovely. But you are also being squeezed. But then again, if these guys are desperately coming in to try and rescue their general, then yeah, that means they're just going to be shot in the back. So, okay. It's time to go. As for, No, no, guys, run. Bloody hell, this is okay. That's gone all a tiny bit on the wrong side, potentially. But what's going on over here? Right, we're firing on these guys. You guys are... Okay, you've just decided you don't flipping feel like you're defending the walls for some reason. Great. Duke Gunners have done a great job at just knackering some of these guys. They're looking hurt. So, yeah. You guys now just to run down the hill into the forest. I need you guys, however, to, yes, lead the Katana Samurai back around so my gunners can keep attacking them. So, yeah, just right here. Bait them. Bait them as well as you can. That's great. Because, yeah, if you're being distracted by this cavalry that you're worried might hit you in the flank, yeah, you won't be climbing the walls. And the less you're climbing the walls, the better. So, what's going on over here? That's the general again. Okay, this time he looks a little bit more on his own. So, right. Get after the general once again. We're just shooting these guys. Brilliant. They're trying to, yeah, they're trying to protect their general. But this time, we get the charge bonus. And we've also got the high ground. Okay, just make sure we know where everyone else is too. You guys are fine. Now just lead these idiots in front of the city so we can just start shooting them. You're being fired upon. You're finally in the right position. Well done. Took you bloody long enough, though. Okay, you are being fired upon by these guys, which I don't like. So, yeah, you guys just... fall back a little bit in this direction so they don't just get to shoot you for free. The samurai, meanwhile, are desperately running down the hill to try and protect their general, who is currently taking a lot of damage, but I think we can't kill him before these guys get here, so... 14. No, guys, run. Honestly, at this point, you've done your job. Even if you guys immediately break and then you achieve nothing else the rest of this fight, it doesn't matter. You've led so much of this army down the hill. That is good. Speaking of which, guys, you are also being attacked. So, right, just lead these guys around this way as well. And yeah, most of their heavy hitters aren't even climbing the walls yet because they're just being knackered. This is absolutely spot on. Light cavalry, you've done an amazing job. Well done. Hang on, there's another general right here, and that's fine. You guys are now exhausted, being fired upon. You get towards these guys. You are now wavering. Brilliant. This unit is... are you okay? I think these guys are broken. But yes, this general is now... Oh, hang on. Hang on. I'm seeing potentially another general over here. Yeah, there's you down bottom. If I could just lead you into gunfire range, that would be beautiful. And guys, what are you doing? Get back on the walls, please. Back on the walls. So, okay. You're firing on these guys. Probably best you now change to this position if you can. And would you like to just shoot the... Well, the general's just decided to run into flipping a gun range. Well done, you stupid loser. This is marvellously good news. So, okay. You're being fired upon. And yes, we might be able to take him out too. So, okay. The cavalry is... Oh, the cavalry actually recovered, but then it was also... yes, chased down. So you're naffing off. If you're lucky, the unit will survive. You're just being fired upon. This general is probably not happy. Just fall back a little bit. Let the gunners do their job, please. Let the gunners do their job. So, okay. You are fine. There we go. Now these guys have a lovely, proper, clean line of sight. They just take that guy out. So, right, I think the general might be dead at this point. And how are these samurai guys doing it? You're probably not happy because you're being fired upon. So at this point, yes, light cavalry could just come around the outside, hit you in the flank. You're confident right now. I don't think that's going to last. Like, no one likes being hit in the flank. So, yeah, you are now fleeing. You're shattered, in fact. I think the general is proper dead. So, oh, yeah. The power of just using a little bit of cavalry to lead the enemy on a merry dance. That's spot on. And yeah, the bow samurai may be strong enough to take this, but they don't like it. So just, yeah, pull my cavalry out of here, please. Now focus fire on them from above. They are shattered. And with that, I think we've won. Now that's the power of cocky cavalry. Do bear in mind, what's happening here is we're wiping out their samurai units. And samurai units cannot be replaced easily. It's going to take 2 turns to train a single new samurai unit in each one of their cities. And they don't have that many cities anymore, because I'm taking their cities off of them. So, oh yeah. Now that was a bit better right there. That was some good cavalry tactics. And I think if we're lucky, the general is retreating, yes, right into gunpowder range. So, okay, you're being fired upon by archers right now, but I suspect things are about to get much worse for you, you stupid losers. So, guys, would you mind finishing off the general, please? I'd appreciate it if you take care of that for me. Right, well, if he wasn't dead before, he's definitely dead now. And do enjoy watching gunners just blasting shattered troops from the walls. That's just deeply delightful to see. So, oh dear. You poor stupid bastards. This has not worked out well for you today, has it? Now that's a much more reasonable result. I mean, fine, we've taken some damage, primarily to the cavalry and to the light infantry, but that's what you expect. That is fine. That's a good defensive result against a much superior army in terms of quality. And of particular note, well done to the guns for getting, like, 150, 250 kills. Marvellously good work, guys. So, right, he goes down, not a single cocking survivor, spot on. And yes, they are just trying to pull together whatever's left of their troops here, but honestly, yeah, there's not much. He just went and burnt down a Buddhist temple. Weird choice. Like, given I'm the Christian invader, and that's their Buddhist temple, but fine, I suppose, and excuse me. Would you mind not attacking me, mysterious stupid pirate friends? Though, oh dear. Yeah, that's a lot of boats. I'm going to retreat, and hopefully, yes, end up in range of my proper forces. Oh, that's a proper retreat. Good. Right, my main fleet could take care of that, and they 100% just lost Iwami to the flipping Christian revolt. Beautiful. Also, I completely missed that, yes, the entire point of the bonus 10% success chance for my ninja actions was I was supposed to be assassinating someone. I'm pretty sure the reason we can't assassinate him anymore is because he's dead. And even flipping better, attack by fire is now complete in the tank tray. So, we can now construct a powder maker. And that means, oh blimey, a lot of stuff is about to become available. One thing I will do, though, is, yeah, given we've still got a fair few archers, and I wouldn't mind having it, way of the bow purely to unlock fire arrows. 5 turns for that, that's fine. You know, in a way I may have made a mistake here, because previously, Iwami would have just been wide open for me to go and take right now. Instead, it's now guarded by, like, 3 bow units and 4 units of Yari Samurai, and also some cavalry, and also the standing garrison, so yes, it's now going to be much more difficult for me to go and take Iwami. Still, keep on keeping on, and let's just send our missionaries forward, functionally to act as spies here, just to see precisely what's waiting for me. So, oh my. It would appear that the collapse of the Amako is not just occurring thanks to me. They're now down to 1 territory. because the Matsuda, who they've also been at war with this entire time, have been taking advantage of all of this as well. So, okay. Matsuda. Me and you are not precisely friends. Like, you know, they're pretty chill, all things considered. In fact, oh blimey. How on earth did you guys end up at war with the Date? That's just weird. Okay, there's a good chance we'll just attack them next, but let's not worry about that for now, because... okay, for the time being... yes, there's just a mysteriously 95% chance to do a flipping successful incitement here, which I will happily do, therefore, so... okay. And in theory, could be the end of these guys, because if they can't deal with that rebellion, yeah, their empire just collapses right now. And for the time being at least, the Matsuda here are not at war with me. They've got plenty of other enemies to worry about. Oh yeah, basically in every direction they've already got enemies, so they probably won't be in a great rush to attack me. What I shouldn't do though is, yeah, start trading with them, because otherwise if I attack them soon, the game might consider that like treachery or whatnot. On the downside, however, okay, I can't help but notice that the economy is looking a tiny bit on the dicey side right now. So, okay. Step one, get some flipping trade ships over to this trade node. Let's get you working again. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I think we've had the problem of, one, rapidly training troops. Two, the fact these territories aren't generating much money yet. Three, the fact that expanding means, yes, the admin costs are hitting the productivity of my actual economic heartland. And four, yeah, the Navy's getting a bit expensive under the circumstances. Still, let's just get rid of these here pirates if we can, and they're just retreating further and further out to sea. Which is not ideal because they don't want to be going further and further out to sea. Though actually, you know what? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Back to, yes, calmer waters where I'm not taking attrition. Some of these boats need to go and get healed up. Like, right now. So, you guys... hang on, I can't even afford to do that. Yeah, let's break out some good boats here. Like, say, you guys. You are gonna go and deal with, yes, this problem over here. Because these idiots have still got boats down in this bit of the world. And if they've got trade ships, then, yeah, what I could do is just straight up steal those trade ships and make them mine. The rest of you get to, yeah, this spot over here. That is fine. Then we've got, okay, you desperately need repairs as well. Everybody needs repairs, as it turns out. This is, okay, that's a good fleet bare minimum. And you are, okay, you're in good shape too. So you guys step forward, and now you're out in the water. You can actually, yes, protect the harbour. So nothing bad can happen as a result there. These guys have lost a bingo, so they can't train any more ships in that regard. What are you gonna do? You could just stay here and hunt down those pirates. That would be fine. And also, yeah, you could just sort of deal with this trade route at the same time. So, okay. That's fine. Economy's looking a tiny bit better, if still a little bit on the flimsy side. But yeah, what we really need to do is, well, we can't go and take that. Yeah, we need to go and take Iwami in a perfect world. But it is autumn right now, so maybe let's wait till spring. Then we can, yeah, send our newly recovered troops in that direction. But also, okay, John. You also need to save up money for, yes, the new powder workshop, because there are a bunch of places that will benefit from a powder workshop. Including right here in Bongo, so... okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn down this sake dana, which I know isn't ideal, but I kind of need the space, because I would like to get this thing out sooner rather than later. So, burn that down. That is fine. We've got more troops coming in here. Especially, yep, gun troops coming in. That's ideal. And yeah, we've got a secondary army ready to go as well. So you just get in here if you can. Is there space view in there? Hopefully there's space view in there, right? Not quite as it turns out. You just stay outside. This is friendly territory. That's a-okay. But yeah, we've got plenty of reinforcements coming in. So, yeah, we can go and take Iwami. That's not going to be a problem. And potentially, yeah, this entire faction is about to collapse before we even get to it. Meanwhile, the Hojo just keep moving around their gigantic fleets. No changes there as far as I can see. Oh, and the Amako have come begging for peace. I don't think I really want peace. Not really, but let's talk about what, in a theory, you could offer me. Because if you're willing to just basically become my vassal for bonus honor, and also give me some money, and also pay me a big amount up front, and I do mean a big amount, maybe I'm willing to let you live for now. So, he's sort of interested, but he possibly doesn't have 10 grand. It's literally nothing but 2 grand. But the thing is, he's probably about to be killed by the Matsuda anyway. Or the Iko-Iki, I'm pretty sure they're right there as well. So in a way, this is just a way of, yes, very temporarily, 1, getting 2 grand up front, and 2, getting a bonus honor for a few turns. You know what? Sure, why not? I mean, I suspect he might be about to straight up die to that Christian revolt anyway. Like, I'm not sure he survives this turn, and if so, I just got 2 grand for free, so that would be fine. Okay, the Christian revolt moves around, doesn't take out the territory, so, okay. He did survive, at least for the time being. And I also get, ooh, prosperity for bonus growth, not bad at all. And yeah, in winter, we're not going into the Christian revolt over here. That's fine. John, you need to take these guys off the trade node first, so... Okay, I kind of forgot about the whole trade node situation. Right, but no one seems to be down here with this trade node, so... yeah, bare minimum, if we're lucky, maybe we could get on that one. But yeah, for the time being, this fleet can just stay here and keep an eye on... there we go, I see you, you stupid bastards. Get on those pirates, please, and... okay, this time, they can't run away. Spot on. So, okay, just destroy them. And blimey, I should not have auto-resolved, because that is a ridiculous amount of damage for my European ship to have taken. But, okay, at least we've kind of, you know, scared them off for the time being. But yes, what we definitely want to do is get a couple of siege engineer workshops down, which are the base form of powder makers. We can upgrade them once they're in place. So, yeah, we'll just get one down over here in Suo, and another right here in Bungo. So yeah, we'll just take a turn to recuperate for a second. I need this army to recover anyway. That's absolutely fine. And yeah, next turn in spring, we can move on Iwami. Seriously, by the way, the Takeda have got so many armies they're just not doing anything with. I find that deeply unnerving, because it's only a matter of time before they decide I'm the thing they're going to be focusing on. So, bloody hell, yes. The Takeda and the Hojo are a bit on the intimidating side. And gosh darn it, I'm pretty sure I just saw the Amako were dealing with the Christian rebellion. But honestly, that's fine, because, hang on, where's my main guy? You know, the real... oh, there he is. You absolute cocking star. Right. You, sir, mosey around the corner, and let's have a look, see what you could do. Because right now, we're not at war with the Matsuda. But that doesn't mean we can't, you know, mess them up a little bit. No, not with you. You're not very good at your job yet. Right, time for the siege of Iwami. So, leaving just enough troops in Aki to keep that happy. Yeah, I can bring my cavalry, my katana, my gunners, my archers, etc., etc. So, yeah, all we do is put you guys over into the siege position here. Beautiful. But yes, do not go in. In fact, we're not going in at all. Just continue the siege. That's fine. And yeah, what do you guys actually, like, need? So in a perfect world, they'll come out to us. Honestly, just a little bit of everything will do fine. So, yeah, send over some flipping spears and whatnot. You can't quite join up by the looks of it, unfortunately. Can you get into that army? It would appear not, but okay, hang on. Hang on. I think what I could do is... if I actually walk you halfway there with the general, and thus the benefit of a strategist, you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there by yourselves, right? So yeah, just walk you like, you know, this far. Okay, now the rest of you can just about join in. Beautiful, that does just work. So yes, basically this guy was just relegated to a babysitter. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I see no reason why we want to rush in, as this is a rebel force. They might just come out and attack us, and if they don't, honestly, I don't care. I'm happy to just wait them out. So right, just train a few more trade ships ready to jump on the trade nodes, and yeah, that's about all we need to do for the time being. So, right, back over to the terrifying power of Hojo. Lovely. Oh, and hello, sexy. It would appear that, yes, the Amako don't think they're done quite yet. In fact, I think they just expanded and took a second territory. Well done, lads. So, okay. That is positive because, oh, spot on. Right, the Christian rebels are coming outside to fight me. But yeah, the bigger my vassal gets, the better. Because I could just trade with them by land without even eating into my naval trade route capacity. So, yeah, that will do very nicely. They're just a market for my goods right now. And in terms of this fight, okay. 3 archers, so I am, yeah, massively ahead of them in arch power. Also, I'm playing defensively, so I can set up my spear walls. They do have a fair few Yari samurai. Their gimmick being they're very fast. They can activate a special ability to, like, you know, run at cavalry speeds very briefly. But beyond that, yeah, they're just not particularly interesting. And even so, they're going to struggle to penetrate a decent Yari spear wall. So, honestly, yeah, I'm not too worried. Especially given, oh, it's a gigantic hill. Everyone loves a gigantic hill. And a gigantic hill with some proper rocks at the bottom, meaning, oh, that makes it much more difficult for them to, like, you know, flank me and whatnot. Oh, this is spot on. So yeah, nothing too dramatic here, just a whole bunch of spear walls and guns are behind them with the high ground, so they could just shoot over the heads of my troops. Beautiful. Archers at the rear, though, on this occasion, yes. We're not exactly hidden inside the forest or anything, but I don't think we really need to be. They're just going to have to march over to me. It's going to take them some time to do, and yeah. Then they have to attack uphill into spears with gunner fire raining down on them, and if anyone's looking too strong, we'll just countercharge them with my katana samurai, who should deal with Yari samurai quite easily, especially with these upgrades. Oh, and there's also one very snazzy thing we could do as well, which is, you may recall, previously, we've unlocked the ability Stand and Fight, which is an incredibly badass thing that my general could do. Basically meaning he says, okay, I'm not moving, we're just going to stay here and fight or die. So, if you activate this ability, what he does is he gets down off his horse. Then, they just basically set up a new position, a big old square. That's literally the general in the center of the square, right there. He literally sits down. He has planted himself down and said, yeah, we're just going to stay here and fight at this point. So, just basically, yeah, massively increases everything. Morale, fire rate, all of it. So, okay. They're firing it to me, which is fine. Once their cavalry go down, I'll send my own cavalry out to deal with their archers. So, we'll take some damage, but that's a-okay. But with this guy here, yeah, my gunners, archers, everything are going to do a much better job than they would be doing otherwise. And, oh, guys. You are in a lot of trouble. And there is light cavalry number 1, just running straight into the spear wall. They're not going to have a nice time there. Beautiful. You guys just fire whenever you can. Spot on. And yeah, if we can get the light cavalry around the side just to hit their archers, that's all the better. But yeah, this is not going to go well for you guys. I've got the flipping katana samurai ready to run in if need to be. But I think that's not going to be necessary. Yeah, just send my cavalry forward to countercharge. This is just a walk in the park right here. So, okay, cavalry hit the archers. They are down to wavering already. You guys are already shattered. So you're wavering because enemies are retreating nearby to you. Then we just take care of you. These guys might take a little bit of damage because, yeah, this light cavalry is confident, apparently. So, right, let's get my own troops out of there if we can. You guys are shattered as well. Let's just, yeah, countercharge them, see if we could just pin them between 2 cavalry units. That would be good. You're shattered. You get out of there because you've taken some damage already. And there we go. They're already naffing off. Though, let's make sure they don't get back to the city. I want all of these guys mopped up, please. Oh, yeah. They've been pretty much wiped out. We've lost 200 men. Spot on. So, sadly we don't get the city. Excuse me, what's happened to my economy? Does anyone know what's happened to my economy? Well, the Miyoshi are dead, that shouldn't affect me. No, seriously, what's happened to my economy? Right, the trade income's collapsed due to massive numbers of blockades and counter-blockades far to the east. Like, I'm shipping so many goods over there, but none of them are getting there for the simple reason that, yes, everybody's blockading everyone else. And because I've so massively expanded the army and the navy, my taxes aren't covering that anymore, so we're making a loss, and as a result... Oh dear. Right, okay, well that's fine, and we can, like, you know, put a band-aid over that right now. Because this territory we're besieging literally has a gold mine in it. So, on this occasion, I'm just going to send my Katana Samurai in, who are going to tear apart the Yari Samurai, because obviously, these guys are, one, specialised for taking out cavalry, not infantry, and two, I've also got fire support from my friends at the back. Archers just raining down fire on the Yari Samurai, which is beautiful. And of course, do not forget, I've got bonus armor, I've got melee attack, so as a result, yes, you guys are not going to be doing well here. And I'm pretty sure you guys just took down the last one, given you're all cheering. Oh, well done. So, okay, one more territory falls into my hands, and nice and easy. Would have been easier had I not started that Christian revolt, but, okay, hindsight's 2020, I suppose. So, we just move in, occupy that, beautiful, and that gets me a gold mine, adding a 600 to province wealth straight away. So, yeah, as we upgrade that, that just becomes more and more powerful. Now, on top of that, we have, oh dear, that is a very underwhelming bit of farmland. So, yeah, in a way, this isn't ideal, because, obviously, you know, high-wealth provinces, you want to set up with Metsukes, supporting buildings, etc., etc. But if the farmland is terrible, then, yeah, that's not so good. And yes, this is a very bad time for the economy to collapse, because, basically, I'm ready to build powder makers. And that opens up, yes, a lot of units, like more than you're seeing right there. Oh, and on top of that, just notice that, yes, basically our most important general, the powerful one who wins all the fights and has the most powerful army, etc., etc. Apparently his loyalty is a bit questionable right now. I've decided we're going to adopt you, which makes you much more loyal, though yes, it makes my other generals a bit less loyal. But they're really loyal, so honestly, that is fine. Look at that, much better. And also, my new general, who's a bit useless, but you know, give him time, maybe he'll come good a bit. He needs to be given a commission, because this general, he starts off automatically with Commissioner for Warfare. So as a result, yes, as he levels up, units get a bit cheaper to recruit, etc., etc. But there are other jobs as well. So yeah, supply means every time he levels up, replenishment rate goes up a bit too. Or alternatively, clan-wide tax rate. In all fairness, we kind of need that in general, so... you, buddy, could become the Commissioner for Finance. Like a 4% bonus to tax rate everywhere. We kind of need that, actually. So, he gets that, you take over as Commissioner for Warfare, that's fine, and yes, the heir's not allowed to have a commission, because his job is just being the heir. Okay, now all of a sudden the economy's looking well not good. But we're not actively in a deficit anymore, so I'm going to call that a huge win. Still, I would say, having dealt with the Amako, how about we call it a part there? But next time... Right, this is where things get a little bit, tricky. You see, I've got all these armies here, who in theory could absolutely just roll straight into Matsuda territory, take over Bingo, take all their land, etc., etc. But I've got to be a bit careful about that, because I'm now up to 12 provinces. I'm drawing a bit of attention from the shogunates. And expanding at random into, yes, not particularly good territories is not even that much of a good idea. Because all it does is, yes, knacker your real productive settlements by hitting them right in the admin costs. Even with my new Minister of Finance, yeah, we're only getting a 42% tax out of my most valuable provinces right now. That is not great. And yeah, I don't dare to spam my navies when Hojo's got such a powerful navy of their own. And I don't dare break down my armies when I know Takeda have got multiple full stacks just sitting around waiting to find something to do. So yes, basically next episode, I need to figure out how to fix the economy. And potentially, yes, trying to figure out where I want to expand to, given I can't just expand everywhere. Doing so could trigger something very, very flipping bad indeed. So, right, a difficult flipping balancing act is coming up in the next episode, so hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the delightful Shogun 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!